Everything's still travelling comfortably enough. Timo doing fine as the leader slightly closer in there, but again nimble and still by the boardwalk, held up at the rear of the field. So a circuit under their belts, and a circuit in which the order has remained virtually unchanged, with Carrickmore in front, Timo heading the chase for the majority of it, doing fine, disputing second or third positions, and now back disputing third with Tinker Time. And for the majority of the race, by the boardwalk, has been happy at the moment to keep an eye on the four rivals in front as they turn at the bottom end. So Carrickmore beginning now to press on up the hill. Just a length or so clear from Timo, doing fine, and out wide Tinker Time by the boardwalk, just waiting in the wings as they approach the fourth last. Carrickmore by just over a length. He approaches it, again he's fluent, doing fine. In second place, Tinker Time coming off the bridle in fourth place, by the boardwalk still last of the five. Carrickmore at the third last. Guessed at it and has nearly gone. He lost his back legs. His first mistake, he couldn't decide whether to put down or pick up. Now there's a long run before the next flight of hurdles. And out in front doing fine, all of a sudden, Carrickmore, who breezed along, heart-stopping moment, Chalk Thornton perched up the neck by the boardwalk's rider, senses that the favourite after that error may be vulnerable, moves into third. So doing fine out in front, Carrickmore trying to chase up the inside, will have to switch, I think, on the turn in, then back in third place, and all of a sudden, what looked a breeze is becoming hard work. Carrickmore away on the left as they reach the second last, doing fine, will rise in front, doing fine, Carrickmore over in second place, having to dig in now, resolution being tested. In third place is by the boardwalk, doing fine, still in front, Carrickmore at the moment, can't quite get there, is half a length down, and by the boardwalk's the threat now on the outside. Doing fine is over in front, from in second Carrickmore, then by the boardwalk, doing fine off up the running. Carrickmore can at the moment reel it back. In third place by the boardwalk, doing fine, very tired. Carrickmore a length down, isn't closing, doing fine, holding on grimly, and will floor the favourite in the first. Doing fine beat Carrickmore. This will be the last of these line of fences, with the next due to be bypassed, with Civil Disobedience out in front. Civil Disobedience over from Fiddler's Bid. A couple of mistakes there, Ballylifen, and we've lost at the back of the field Count Guido Dero, I think it was, whose rider took a while to come out of the saddle. And those that remain bypass that fence. So out in front, it's Fiddler's Bid, joined on the inside by Chris Cross, who's moved through to be a new leader. Chris Cross leading then from Fiddler's Bid. Civil Disobedience is now back in third place. Poliski is in fourth. Come On Ginger Race is in fifth place. Behind these, Ballylifen, who shows in sixth. And Dace Dynamo has really spat the dummy at the back of the field and has lost touch. Confirm it was Count Guido Dero who did fall at that previous contest. So it's been quite eventful so far. Chris Cross with Civil Disobedience jumping back up on the outside. Fiddler's Bid pushed along in third. Making ground, Poliski in the cheek pieces, then Come On Ginger and Ballylifen. Dace Dynamo about 7 lengths further back. Civil Disobedience stretching on now with Chris Cross. Creeping closer, Poliski has moved through into third place within 3 lengths of the lead. Then Come On Ginger. Ballylifen comes next. Chris Cross led over that penultimate fence down the side. 4 from home, that was the last ditch. In second place, Poliski moving through to press Civil Disobedience. Ballylifen trying to stay on from the back of the field, has moved through into fourth, past Come On Ginger. So as they begin the turn back towards home, out in front, it's Chris Cross, leading by a couple of lengths. Poliski in second place. They're 5 lengths clear from Ballylifen, who stayed on into third under pressure. Civil Disobedience is on the retreat. Then Come On Ginger. Poliski held together on the outside of Chris Cross. Grant Coburn over on the inside for Lucinda Russell. Poliski for Daryl Jacob, just being held together for this challenge as they take 2 from home. Over in front, Chris Cross. Poliski is now just going to be asked alongside. Daryl Jacob looks over. He doesn't want to take it up, it would appear too soon. Ballylifen's back in third. Chris Cross, Poliski is now drawing alongside. Going to have to be asked for an effort though. Poliski comes down towards the last and jumps it well. Better than Chris Cross. Gets a 2-length lead away from it. Poliski is now shaken up. He never finds very much in front. At the moment it's just about enough, but he is beginning to idle. He's hanging to the left. Chris Cross is coming on the far side. Poliski and Chris Cross, far side. Oh, close. Chris Cross, far side. Poliski, if he's lost it, has thrown it away. Top Totty's travelled well just behind the leaders, and then Chilworth Screamer ahead of Lights of Broadway. Lady Kathleen's just lost a place or two. Fashion Faux Pas comes next, and Flora Fern still at the rear of the field. So Venceramos is back outside the leader now. Upbeat Cobbler as they take the turn and race towards the Fourth last flight of hurdles. Mistral Rain, Scholastica's had a nice toe in. Top Totty's travelled pretty strongly throughout. Chilworth Screamer, Lights of Broadway, Fashion Faux Pas. Then Lady Kathleen and Flora Ferney's pushed along now at the back of the field. Four from home. Upbeat Cobbler pressed again by Venceramos. They come in to take this flight just about together. Mistral Rain landed rather on 4 feet. Behind these, Scholastica travels okay. Top Totty pushed along. Chilworth Screamer pushed along. Lady Kathleen's made a place or two as they take 3 from home. Again, Mistral Rain landed on all fours. Losing ground, Lights of Broadway. Flora Ferney's driven at the back of the field. Out in front, Upbeat Cobbler with Venceramos. Scholastica still travels strongly. Top Totty yellow colours. Chilworth Screamer running well round the outside in the noseband. Lady Kathleen getting back into it. Flora Fern as well for the first time beginning to pass a few stragglers and now moves into pursuit of the leading bunch. They bunch up out in front. Top Totty is driven to the lead as they go to the second last. From in second, Upbeat Cobbler. Then Venceramos. Still Flora Fern improves towards the outside in the noseband. This is 2 from the finish. It's Top Totty, Scholastica on the inside. Flora Fern the outside. Scholastica's rider, Felix de Giles, sitting motionless over on the far side, moving to Top Totty. They're 3 lengths clear from Flora Fern. Down towards the last. Scholastica on the left. Top Totty on the right. They come in and take it together. Scholastica through the top but lands with a neck advantage from Top Totty digging in. Scholastica hasn't put this to bed yet. Still leads by half a length. Top Totty senses another opportunity. Scholastica's half a length in front, edging over to the near side and doing enough. And for the second year running, this race will go to Tom Simmons as Scholastica wins for Felix de Giles. Top Totty was carried over to the stand side in second. Third for Flora Fern this year. Lady Kathleen is in fourth. Then Mistral Rain from... And heads towards the next, which is 7 from the finish. Just out to the left, French Opera at the last couple as they turn at Swinley Bottom, and the lead is back to 3 to 4 lengths. So Alpha Off leading, French Opera in second place. Alpha Off bidding to give Paul Nicholls another win in this race. He won the inaugural running with Cerium. Back-to-back successes for Mastermind, and on one of those 2 occasions, Daryl Jacob, who partners Alpha Off, was in the saddle. French Opera representing Nicky Henderson, who won this race in 2008 with My Petra. As Alpha Off is over and into the bottom of it, French Opera. First time just being niggled along, and Alpha Off has a lead of 5 to 6 lengths now. Alpha Off, a good jump as well. Out to the left again, French Opera, 8 lengths down. Alpha Off is beginning to try and turn the screw here. This is the final open ditch. It's 4 from the finish. Alpha Off just runs down the fence, but still has a healthy lead over French Opera in second place, who's 6 to 7 lengths away. And any hope Andrew Tinkler had of jumping Alpha Off with a turn of foot appears as if that won't happen, because the lead is 8 to 10 lengths, and if he's going to win, he's going to have to grind past a rival that at the moment shows no signs of stopping. Alpha Off extends 8 lengths clear on the home turn. French Opera in second place, and Alpha Off gallops on towards the second last. 10 to 12 lengths is the gap back to French Opera, whose rider is pushing and shoving along. By contrast, Daryl Jacobs sitting quietly on Alpha Off, holding him together towards the last 2 fences. Alpha Off reaches for the second last, is over 6 to 8 clear. French Opera trying to close under pressure, and Alpha Off will have to be shaken up on the run down towards the last. French Opera's got back to within 4 to 6 lengths at the final fence. But Alpha Off comes in, really stands off the last. A big leap, that will seal it for sure. In second is French Opera, and Alpha Off returns to action with a win. He's still relatively unexposed, only a 16th start under rules. Good opportunity found by Paul Nicholls, and he didn't fluff his lines, Alpha Off. He's won well. French Opera in second place in a match for the Amwell 1965 chase. Towards the next flight of hurdles. Still pops over it well by Gonza Brid, and still Ruby Walsh biding his time on Annie Power. Yet to go forward and press Zarkanda as they'll prepare to take the turn. Still has the lead by Gonza Brid in second place on the inside. So taking the turn in this Coral Hurdle, registered as the Ascot Hurdle, won by some good horses down the years. Gay Brief, Sabandoir, Morley Street all tasted success in this contest, and Zarkanda strides on by Gonza Brid in second. Annie Power still 3 to 4 lengths away. Ruby Walsh got to decide when he wishes to close the gap. By contrast, Daryl Jacob has now really grasped the nettle, and Bygones of Brid all of a sudden is just beginning to struggle to keep up. Ruby Walsh moving closer. So Zarkanda is over 4 from home. Annie Power just flicks through the top, and now Bygones of Brid, his cameo role is over, and it's the big 2 central players who lead towards the third last. Zarkanda comes in and takes it, 4 clear. Jumped the last 2 better than Annie Power, but there now is a long run for Annie Power to begin to try and get on Zarkanda's tail. There's still about 4 lengths between them. Zarkanda, Annie Power edging closer. Ruby Walsh just beginning to position her to have a crack at Zarkanda in receipt of £11. Her unbeaten record on the line. Zarkanda turns for home. Annie Power hasn't quite got to him yet, and just a pull down of the goggles from Ruby Walsh, and now tries to take aim at Zarkanda. Zarkanda still leads. Annie Power now begins to launch her challenge, and all of a sudden Ruby Walsh sitting quietly is producing her to challenge Zarkanda. Zarkanda the more fluent again, however, and Annie Power shaken up is forced to work. 2 class acts on their way down towards the last. Zarkanda on the left, Annie Power shaken up, moves alongside. Zarkanda needs another good leap, but Annie Power jumped it equally as well. They fight it out. Annie Power, pink jacket. Zarkanda a neck down over on the far side. Annie Power beginning to edge away, and Annie Power will remain unbeaten, making it 8 out of 8. Ruby Walsh wins in style the Ascot hurdle. In second, Zarkanda, who lost very little in defeat, giving the weight away. To this point, as they head towards the 6th last, the 2 remain 6 clear. From Alasi, Drumshambo's now improving. Lancetto just a little awkward on the approach towards that as they step over it in 5th place. Then Viva Colonia and King Edmund. Saved by John has finally got a bit of clear daylight between himself and Kai. Jumps it well. Kai, another mistake. Lancetto was slow and is just beginning to labour slightly as the leaders head on then towards the 4th last. And out in front, Saved by John. Leads from Alasi, Drumshambo, Viva Colonia now beginning to get involved. The striped colours of purple and black. Then Kai, behind these Lancetto and King Edmund. 3 from the finish. Saved by John, still jumping soundly. Viva Colonia has moved right through from the rear of the field. Then behind these Alasi, Lancetto, having dropped back, is running on again. Pink jacket between King Edmund and Drumshambo. Kai, not surprisingly, has cried enough, but Saved by John still is out in front. They're massing in behind. Alasi, the striped sleeves, orange jacket, Viva Colonia, then Drumshambo, King Edmund and Lancetto. All 6 of these are pretty weary. 2 from home. Viva Colonia jumps alongside. Saved by John. Alasi tries to join in, then Drumshambo. Alasi, Saved by John running a mighty race. Drumshambo, Viva Colonia can't go on. Then Lancetto, Alasi, Saved by John still in there pitching. Drumshambo towards the inside. Alasi over a mistake by Drumshambo. Saved by John digging in on the far side. Alasi out in front. Saved by John about a head or so down. Alasi edging left-handed is just in front, just doing enough and just gets home. Alasi saved. Volt Fast continues to lead by half a length or so from Minella Online. Head Rush's move round the outside has carried him just about to share the lead now, with Sadler's Encore on the outside of Jossie's Hill. On the inside, Kokiri has cut every corner. Sadler's Encore is just a little awkward into that turn, just hanging left-handed. Flashy Frank takes the opportunity of moving up on the inside, then Jammy and Sidbury Hill, but still all to play for as they climb uphill. They've got 5 furlongs to travel. Volt Fast has the lead from out wide, Head Rush, and between the pair, Minella Online. Kakiri pushed along as the pace begins to increase. Jossie's Hill, Sadler's Encore, another who's off the bridle. Flashy Frank improving amongst horses, still travelling okay. Then comes Jammy and Sidbury Hill. Volt Fast sitting pretty out in front. Tactical ride here, stop go, beginning to try and press on again. Minella Online, having flattered briefly, Head Rush's retreat is now more evident, as moving forward to pursue the leader is Jossie's Hill. Volt Fast leads. Jossie's Hill, Minella Online. Sidbury Hill's made ground into 4th place. Sadler's Encore comes next. Flashy Frank can't go with the principals at the moment. Volt Fast given a canny ride out in front. Now Jossie's Hill's manoeuvred out to try and deliver a challenge. These 2 move on from Minella Online. Sadler's Encore shaping with some promise in 5th. Jossie's Hill now joins, looks in the eye, Volt Fast, and moves on into 3rd place. Sidbury Hill moving with Minella Online. Out in front, Jossie's Hill having a look around. In 2nd, Volt Fast. Sidbury Hill staying on over on the far side. Jossie's Hill is very idle out in front, having a look around. Over on the far side, Sidbury Hill tries to launch a challenge. Jossie's Hill, however, is doing enough. 3 to 4 lengths clear, having to be driven out, but will improve for the experience and stretches out better near the line. We've learnt a lot. Jossie's Hill beats Sidbury Hill. In 3rd place, Minella Online.